From the Bermuda Triangle mystery solved to the death of Pedals, the bipedal black bear. This is Trending Tuesday. Number 8. The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle has persisted since the 1950s. Hundreds of vessels are said to have gone missing within the 500,000-kilometer square patch in the North Atlantic Ocean. Explanations for the disappearances range from it being the work of extraterrestrials to some sort of leftover technology from the lost continent of Atlantis. Last week, scientists reported that the Bermuda Triangle mystery may have finally been solved. And it's actually the weather that's to blame. Oddly shaped hexagonal clouds can create air bombs, powerful enough to generate winds up to 45 feet high. Air bombs are created by blasts of air called microbursts. The air shoots out of the bottom of the cloud at speeds up to 170 miles per hour. When that air slams into the ocean, it can create massive waves as they interact with each other. Massive clouds up to 55 miles across have been observed over the western tip of Bermuda Island. Over the past century, over 1,000 lives have been lost in the triangle, and every year 20 ships and 4 planes go missing there. Could it really be the weather? Or do you have a better explanation? Let us know in the comments. Number 7. A study released last week revealed that only 3,800 Grauer's gorillas are left in the wild, and now this critically endangered species risks becoming extinct within the next 5 years. These animals have already lost more than 3/4 of its population in the war-torn Democratic Republic of Congo. When civil war broke out in the region in 1996, there were nearly 17,000 of these creatures. Another threat to the gorilla is the mining of coltan, a mineral used in mobile phones. It's used to retain energy in devices from phones to pacemakers. 80% of the world's coltan is found in the DRC. Experts cite mining activity as one of the biggest threats to the gorillas because mining operations in the area are often controlled by armed groups and poachers. Poachers and miners often hunt the gorillas for bushmeat. Experts also note that a rapidly rising population is pressuring the animal's natural habitat. Halting mining in protected areas is recommended as one step toward ensuring the great ape's survival, along with encouraging the military to protect wildlife. Number 6. More than 75 complete bones of a mastodon, including the creature's huge skull, have been discovered in Mayville, Michigan. Experts think it lived around 13,000 years ago. The mastodon was a male and was around 30 years old when it died. Paleontologists have uncovered up to 70% of the animal's skeletal mass. That includes long limb bones, vertebrae, and ribs, but not the tusks or lower jaw, among other parts. Around 300 mastodon skeletons have been found in Michigan, and fewer than 10 are considered as complete as the discovery in Mayville. One expert claims it's the most complete mastodon found in Michigan since the 1940s. Did you know that mastodons resembled elephants and mammoths, but were not closely related to either one? Number 5. We recently ran an episode called 7 Spectacular Cave Paintings. Well, here's a follow-up of sorts. Cave artwork created 15,000 years ago led researchers to discover a previously unknown hybrid species of Catalan bison. Paintings found at locations including the Chauvet-Pondiac in France suggested that 2 types of bison once roamed Europe. Scientists believe the now extinct Oryx bred with the steppe bison that ranged across grasslands from Mexico to Europe some 120,000 years ago. The offspring was referred to as the Higgs bison. That name is a reference to the elusive Higgs boson, or God particle. Its existence was finally confirmed in 2013. The steppe bison was considered the only bison species existing in Europe's late Ice Age, but when scientists found unusual genetic signals from the ancient bones of bison, it suggested that a mystery species traded dominance with the steppe bison. That led scientists to consult with French cave researchers who confirmed that Ice Age caves did contain 2 distinct forms of bison art, and their ages were a match for those of the different species. Number 4. Not to be outdone by Michigan, it seems Australia had its own big dino discovery last week. Researchers in western Queensland first discovered 17 mysterious bones in 2005. They've now been removed from the surrounding hard rock and pieced together. The bones reveal one of Australia's most complete sauropod dinosaur skeletons, belonging to a new species that lived around 95 million years ago. The dinosaur was named Wade in honor of prominent Australian paleontologist Dr. Mary Wade, but it is more formally called a Savannasaurus. It was a medium-sized titanosaur with a long neck and a relatively short tail, and measured about half the length of a basketball court. Its hips were about a meter wide and had an immense barrel-like ribcage. Sauropods include some of the largest creatures that ever lived on land. Experts think the discovery will help demonstrate that titanosaurs were living around the world by 100 million years ago. Number 3. Well, it seems that meerkats are anything but meek, especially the females. Scientists from Duke University have found that the female of this species can generate twice as much testosterone as the males. That serves to make them the biggest bullies and are more likely to lead groups numbering up to 50 individuals. Queen meerkats are known to banish pregnant females and even kill their offspring. The queen forces lower-ranking females to care for her pups instead of their own. These so-called mean girls carry a gut parasite, which can signal an immune system that is potentially weakened. And then again, the dominant female tends to live longer because she's treated like royalty, and up to 80% of her litters will survive. Did you know this is the only species known where females produce more testosterone than males? Number 2. Well, chances are you've heard of Pedals, the beloved bipedal black bear in New Jersey. He gained international attention in 2014 when he was first spotted walking upright in neighborhoods of Oak Ridge. His anthropomorphic antics were the result of one missing paw and another that was permanently injured, which made it difficult for him to walk easily on all fours. After the bear endeared himself to wildlife enthusiasts, he became a social media darling and even had his own Facebook page where fans could post the latest pictures of him. Well, we are sorry to report that news arrived informing us that Pedals was killed during the final week of New Jersey's hunting season. Online reports said that a hunter had arrived at a weighing station with a carcass that matched the description of Pedals, including the bear's injured front paws. The hunter was identified as John, and it said that he not only shot the bear with an arrow, he even bragged about it on a Facebook page. Officials could not immediately confirm the claim since Pedals had never been tagged or previously had a DNA sample taken, but the last reports we heard from New Jersey officials indicated the famous bear was indeed dead. This was based on photographs of a slain animal that matched the description of Pedals. Of course, many comparisons have been made to other famous animals that have been slain. R.I.P. Pedals. Number 1. Pascal Almeida, a French former goalkeeper, got some unwanted publicity last week when video showing him killing an elephant went viral. The ex-footballer was in a hunting group in Zimbabwe and said he took part only because elephants are overpopulated. He advertised pictures of the trip on his children's charity. The 4-minute video clip shows the footballer and his guide armed with rifles and tracking down the elephant. As it lays on the ground crying in pain, the animal is shot in the head, but it's unclear who made the kill shot. Then the pair are shown laughing and congratulating each other and taking pictures with the carcass. The video has sparked a lot of criticism and outrage, but Almeida defends his actions. In a statement, he says elephants cause great risk of injury to humans in the area due to overpopulation. Elephants can cause damage to houses and property, and only older elephants are hunted.